Hi, I'm Phil Ashey from the American Anglican Council with an Anglican perspective on the Anglican Communion. And the question I want to ask today is, why isn't there any authority in the existing structures of the Global Anglican Communion to deal with false teaching? You know, I heard Archbishop Rowan Williams, and I've heard other leaders in the Anglican Communion say that the only authority the Anglican Communion has today is to say yes. Yes to everything. Yes, if you want to teach things about human sexuality that are contrary to God's word written, that's okay. If you want to affirm those things, yes, but let's not break fellowship. Let's just all live together. Let's stay in dialogue and walk together. Well, if you look at the New Testament, that's not what Paul said. When he wrote to Timothy, his second letter, he said, Timothy, there's going to be terrible times in the last days when people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, and he lists all kinds of things: proud, abusive, disobedient, lacking self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. And then he says this, having a form of godliness, but denying its power. That's a pretty good description of some of the teaching about what it means to believe in God, if there is a God, that we hear sometimes from leaders in the Anglican Communion, particularly in the West. That Jesus is a way to God, but not the way to God. That you can pretty much live your life any way you want because Jesus welcomes you as you are and accepts you as you are, and you don't need to change a thing. And what does Paul say to that? He says, with a form of godliness, but denying its power, have nothing to do with them. You know what would happen if we said to our kids, if they said, I think I'm going to go stick my hand on the kitchen burner, or I think I'm going to go play out in the middle of the interstate. And we said, yes, go ahead and do what you want to do. It's okay. We wouldn't do that as good parents. We certainly don't do it as followers of Jesus and those who believe in God's word. And yet, at the highest level of the Anglican Communion, we won't do that. Now that's a real problem that we need to address.